Meet our think tank. They've answered hundreds of general knowledge questions under exam conditions before the show. Their answers are in, but how helpful will they be to the three contestants? Playing the game are Julie, a homemaker from South East London, James, a material planner from Darlington in County Durham, and Brian, a retired film publicist from Boreham Wood in Hertfordshire. This is Think Tank. Welcome to the show. Welcome as ever to our think tank. Among the panel today are pizza waiter and part-time army reservist Peter, office worker and self-confessed online shopaholic Anisha, and tweed-loving fashion-savvy Mark. Ahead of filming, we presented this cross-section of Britain with hundreds of questions and gave them one simple mission: to provide as many correct answers as possible to assist our three contestants. Let's see if they've managed it. Welcome to all three of you. Julie, you're a homemaker, but that's not a proper job title, is it?
I like to refer to myself as the Home Economics Executive.
And how large is the organisation you're in charge of?
Well, all in all, there's 7 children.
7?
Yes.
Gosh. Any other talents you want to share with us?
Well, some time ago, when I was younger, I entered a Mick Jagger impersonation competition.
Well, how did it go?
I was the only girl, but unfortunately I didn't win.
Can any of you lot do a Mick Jagger impression?
I have been known to from time to time.
Brilliant. Oh, dear. Brilliant, Mark. And how anyone's ever going to beat that? It was unforgettable. Lovely to have you with us, Julie. James, you're a material planner. What does that mean?
I look at customer forecast, customer orders that are coming in, and basically get the engines that they need for their vehicles.
Away from work, do you keep fit?
Yeah, enjoy playing football, running, just taking up golf.
Celebrity crushes? Who do you like?
Jennifer Aniston is probably one of the older ladies.
She won't want to hear that. What's your strongest subject going to be today?
Geography and sport.
Hooray, we've got somebody who's good at geography. Hey. All right, what do you need help with?
Arts and literature.
And diplomacy.
Probably.
All right, James, nice to have you with us. Brian, welcome to the programme. You used to be a film publicist. Who were the biggest names you worked with?
Everyone from Robert De Niro to Sean Connery, Bette Midler.
So no celebrity tantrums?
Only one, and I refused to name that person.
How did you deal with it?
I told my managing director, and he dealt with it with the head office.
Your favourite TV programme, what is it?
Doctor Who. Grew up with it.
And have you never missed an episode?
Never.
Really? You've seen every last one?
I've seen every one.
Yeah. Gosh, I hope you get a question about that today. That'll be good for you. So your strongest subjects will be what?
Give you a clue.
Showbiz?
Yes!
Yeah, well done. What do you need help with?
Oh, everything else.
Well, there's a broad range of knowledge for you to tap into here. A very deep pool-ish. OK, good. Welcome to all three of you. Over 3 rounds, our contestants will try to tap into the knowledge of the think tank to build up as much money as possible. They have tried to answer all the questions to the best of their ability, whether right or wrong. The 2 highest scorers go through to the final. Ultimately, just one walks away with the cash prize. So let's play the first round. In this round, I'm going to ask you a question, and then every member of the think tank will reveal the answer they gave before the show. The right one's always there somewhere, but also any number of mistakes in the mix as well. Pick out the correct answer, £200 will be added to your prize fund. 2 questions each. Julie, you're up first. Here's a question we put to the think tank. Kenny Baker played which character in the Star Wars franchise? Have a think about that while we see what the think tank thought, starting with Peter.
C-3PO.
Spock.
C-3PO.
R2-D2.
R2-D2.
C-3PO.
Chewbacca.
C-3PO.
4 for C-3PO, 2 for R2-D2, and a couple of others in there. What do you think?
Well, first of all, my mind went totally blank, but now I've seen all those answers, it has actually triggered something, and I'm going to go with Jackie and Mark and say R2-D2.
OK. Kenny Baker has played which character in every film of the Star Wars franchise? You're saying R2-D2. Let's see if you're right. You are indeed. Well done. He was also in Flash Gordon, Mona Lisa and Amadeus.
Oh, really?
C-3PO was played by Anthony Daniels. So £200 to you, Julie. James, you've seen how it works. Here's your first question. The first ever FA Cup final in 1872 was played at which venue, now known as a top location for another popular sport? Where did the think tank go with this? Peter?
Twickenham.
Wembley.
Wembley. Lords.
Lords.
Crystal Palace.
Twickenham.
The Oval.
So a range of London venues there, but which one's correct?
So before the answer came up, I didn't have any idea. Now I've seen the answers, I will go with Jackie and Mark and say Lords.
Lords. The first FA Cup final in 1872 played at which venue, now known as a top location for another popular sport? You're going with Lords. Have you chosen correctly? It was in fact the Oval. It was also the place where they played the first ever football international between England and Scotland in the 1870s. Ken, well done for getting that one right.
I was there on the day.
You know, it's not that surprising, actually. OK. Nothing for you there, James, but plenty of other chances to come. Brian, let's have a look at your question. What two shapes can be seen in white on the Turkish flag? Here's what the think tank made of that one.
Crescent and cross.
Crescent and star.
Crescent and star. A triangle and square.
Crescent and star.
Triangles.
Crescent and cross.
Crescent and star.
4 of the think tank have gone for crescent and star, a couple more for crescent and cross, and 1 or 2 others in there. What do you think?
Not 100% certain, but I have a vague recollection of seeing the crescent and star, so I'm going to go with that.
Crescent and star. What 2 shapes can be seen in white on the Turkish flag? You're saying it's crescent and star. Let's see if you're right. That is correct. It was the crescent and star. And they're on a red background. £200 to you, Brian. Well done. We come back to Julie for your second question. In Roman numerals, the letter L represents which number? What did the think tank count up to with this? Peter?
1,000.
5.
500. 50.
100.
100.
100.
50.
100 is the most popular choice, but there's lots of others there too. What do you think?
Well, when I first heard the question, I thought it was 50. I know that 100 is a C, so I'm going to go with Jackie and Ken and say 50.
50.
Please.
In Roman numerals, the letter L represents which number? You're saying it's 50. Let's see if you've chosen correctly. It is 50. Well done. Well done, Jackie and Ken. £200 to you, Julie. James, here's your second question. The English Roses and Mr. Peabody's Apples are children's books by which female American singer? What did the think tank make of this one? Peter?
Madonna.
Leanne Rimes.
Mariah Carey. Beyonce.
Katy Perry.
Madonna.
Natalie Cole.
Cher.
7 different names to choose from. What do you think?
So literature's not my strong point, but I have a vague recollection somewhere that Madonna has written some children's books, so I'm going to go with Madonna.
Madonna. The English Roses, Mr. Peabody's Apples, children's books by which a female American singer? You're saying Madonna. Let's see if you're right. Madonna it is. Well done. She's written 5 children's books in all, and they've sold more than 1 million copies. So £200 to you, James. We move on to Brian, and here's your next question. In what sort of building would you be most likely to see a proscenium arch? Here's what the think tank thought. Peter?
Cathedral.
Church.
Theatre.
Church.
Church.
Theatre.
Church.
Theatre.
4 churches, 3 theatres and a cathedral. What do you think?
Well, when I used to be an amateur actor, I used to appear in various theatres, and they used to have proscenium arches. So I'll go with theatre.
Theatre. In what sort of building would you be most likely to see a proscenium arch? You're saying theatre. Are you right? You are indeed. Well done. Theatre. It is an arch that frames the opening between the stage and the auditorium. OK. So well done to you, Brian. £200 for you. That brings us to the end of the first round. Let's see how you're all getting on. James is on £200. In the lead and tied on £400 are Julie and Brian. Everything to play for in our next round. Every member of the think tank is holding 2 questions, which they answered correctly before the show. You'll take it in turns to pick someone in the think tank whose knowledge you think you can match. For every correct answer, another £200 will be added to your prize fund. Although they're not experts, they are interested in different subjects, so think carefully about who's going to be on your wavelength. Once a think tanker has asked both of their questions, they can't be picked again. Julie, you get to go first. Every last one of them to choose. Whose knowledge do you think you can match?
I think I'm going to choose Jackie.
Jackie, our retired local government manager.
Yamas, as they say in Greek. On our travels, we've been to Greece a lot. We've been over 20 times. And this particular island we've been to 3 or 4 times. So the question is, Falaraki is a resort on which Greek island?
Falaraki, a resort on which Greek island?
Now, I've been to a couple of Greek islands. I've been to Rhodes and I've been to Corfu. I think it might have been Rhodes.
Rhodes, your answer?
Yes, that's my answer.
Rhodes?
And you think right, it is a Rhodes.
£200 for you, Julie.
Thank you.
James, who do you want to choose?
So I'm thinking, with my knowledge of sport and geography, that Cleve might be best matched for me.
Cleve.
Well, I'm glad it's sport and not geography, because I don't know anything about anything. I tell my kid I get lost in my own house. That's how bad it is. But it is a sporting question, and I trust that I think you would get this one. How many metres are there in one lap of an Olympic athletics track?
How many metres in one lap of an Olympic athletics track?
So, like you say, Cleve, quite confident on that. I think it's 400 metres.
400?
You're absolutely right, mate. 400 metres.
And an indoor track is 200 metres. OK. Well done, James. £200 for you. Brian, who would you like to choose? Any one of the 8?
I'm going to go for Ken because he's more my sort of age.
Well, I'm from West London, but they actually taught us at school Cockney rhyming slang. So this question is, when using Cockney rhyming slang, what is someone referring to when they speak of their trouble?
What is trouble in Cockney rhyming slang? What's it mean?
I know a few Cockney rhyming phrases, and I think that trouble is short for trouble and strife, wife.
Wife?
100% perfect.
Well done. Trouble and strife, wife, which, as all of us who are happily married and want to remain so, is completely untrue. Just not true at all. OK. £200 for you, Brian. Well done. We come back to you, Julie, for your second question.
Oh, dear. What am I going to choose now? I think I'm going to choose Cleve, because he's musical.
Unfortunately, this is not a musical question, but after listening to music, this may help. Which spirit is mixed with dry vermouth to make a classic dry martini?
What spirit do you mix with dry vermouth to make a classic dry martini?
I'm not sure about this one at all. I'll have a stab at it, though. I think I'll go for gin.
Gin?
Gin.
Thank you.
Typically garnished with an olive or a twist of lemon. Julie, £200 for you. Well done. James, here's your second question. You can choose anybody apart from Cleve.
So I'm thinking, as we appear to be of a similar age, I'll go with Mark.
Creative director, Mark.
I hope you made the right choice. I work in the fashion industry, but before I did that, I actually had aspirations to be a geography teacher, James, so that's why I've been admiring your jumper from afar. So the question is, Domenico and Stefano are the first names of which famous fashion designing duo?
Domenico and Stefano are the first names of which famous fashion designing duo?
So fashion isn't my strong point. I'm trying to think of something European. I'm just going to have to plump with Versace.
Versace?
So close, I thought you were going to get it. You know, the right lines there as well. It's Dolce & Gabbana.
Dolce & Gabbana. They founded the brand close to Milan in 1985. So nothing for you there, James. Brian, we come to you again. Just Cleve, you can't choose. Anyone else you can have.
Well, there's someone who stands out because she's the only lady in the front row, looking very glamorous, so I must choose Lucy.
Oh, thank you so much, Brian. That's lovely. And do you know what? I think you've picked a good question for you here. I know you spoke at the beginning about your love of Doctor Who. I hope that's not the only series that you have followed over the years. I am mad keen on this series. I've seen every episode dozens of times. I hope you will have too. This question is, in Fawlty Towers, what colour was the car that Basil thrashed with a tree branch?
I've seen the episode many times, but it's one of those facts that suddenly goes out of your head. And I have just got the feeling that it is red.
Red?
Oh, fabulous feeling. Well done.
Well done. It's a long time ago to remember that, so well done. Well done indeed. £200 for you, Brian. Julie, we come back to you, and you can still choose 7 of the 8, just not Cleve.
I think this time I might ask Peter.
Wow, thank you.
I'm so excited.
I am. I got this question because I'm a part-time reserve soldier and we have to learn the phonetic alphabet. So this question for you is, which month of the year is used to represent a letter in the NATO phonetic alphabet?
Which month of the year is used to represent a letter in the NATO phonetic alphabet?
Again, my mind went totally blank, and then I'm thinking, gosh, my husband used to be in the army, he's going to be really cross with me. But I think it might be N for November.
November?
You're correct. Awesome.
Thank goodness. Thank goodness.
Well done. £200 to
Thank
you,
you.
Julie. James, we come to you again, and still everybody is available apart from Cleve.
I'm going to go with Ken.
Ken?
It's about my favourite lady, and that's Queen Elizabeth II, who I have met on several occasions. She's a lovely lady. Which king was the father of Queen Elizabeth II?
The father of Queen Elizabeth II.
So pressure's on a bit here. Monarchy isn't my strong point, but I think that could be George VI.
George VI?
Yes, very good. Thank you. That's right.
And Colin Firth won an Oscar for playing him in The King's Speech, if you remember. You know Her Majesty so well. I'm amazed you haven't had a knighthood yet.
I said, when Bill gets one first, then I'll accept
You'll
mine.
be a long time waiting.
That's what she said.
Touche. All right, back down to business then. £200 to you, James. Well done. We come to Brian. Ken and Cleve off limits. 6 still to choose from.
Well, there's 2 ladies here who haven't been selected yet. I'm going to go for one of them. I'm going to go for Anisha.
No.
Anisha.
Thanks, Brian. Actually, you might know this because you know films and they made this particular book into a film, so good luck. So my question is, in Roald Dahl's James and the Giant Peach, which type of fish attacked the peach while it floats in the sea?
That's a tricky one. I don't honestly know. I've just got to think logical about floating in the sea and being attacked by a fish. Got to be quite a small fish, I would think. I don't know many small fish. I'm going to just go and say a shark. I've no idea.
I am so happy you said a shark because that's correct. Well done.
James uses the peach to escape from his cruel aunt, of course. Not small fish, giant peach.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, there you go. Well done. £200 to you. Well done. And that brings us to the end of the round, so let's see how you're getting on. James is on £600. In the lead and tied on £1,000 are Julie and Brian. Well, you chose 3 questions each, but none of you wanted to hear from Jordan. And we don't want her to feel left out, do we? So she's got good knowledge. She got a question correct earlier. So let's ask her what it was. Jordan, what was it?
Thank you very much, Bill. So my question is about a playwright, and I've actually been in a play written by this man. So the question is, which playwright married Marilyn Monroe in 1956?
Just for fun, try this one at home. Which playwright married Marilyn Monroe in 1956? Any ideas here?
Yes.
Julie?
Arthur Miller.
Arthur Miller?
It is Arthur Miller. Well done.
Well done. Thanks, Jordan. Glad you could share that with us. Now, let's get back to the competition. One of you is shortly going to have to leave the game, but there's still one last chance for you to take the lead. And James, you can easily make it through to the final from here. All of you are going to be asked the same questions now. Two members of the think tank will then tell you the answer they gave before the show and their reasons for doing so. Only one of them has the correct answer. If you side with the right person, you'll get an all-important £200 for your prize fund. Only 5 questions, though, before we do have to say goodbye to one of you, so choose your answers carefully. And here is the first question. In April 2014, the government announced that natives of which historic county in England would be granted minority status? Cleve and Jackie having a go at this. Cleve?
Although I'm not a native of this county, I have lived there pretty much for most of my adult life. And it's known as God's County, and I believe that county was Yorkshire.
Jackie?
It's Cornwall, and they do have their own language in Cornwall, and you know what I mean, so I can understand that. But there's so many parts of the UK wants to divorce from other parts, going to be left with Milton Keynes as Britain, because there's going to be nowhere else left. But it was Cornwall, yeah.
OK. Cleve, you say Yorkshire. Jackie's gone for Cornwall. Who do you think is right, contestants? Lock in your answers, please. Where have you gone with this? All 3 of you say it's Cornwall. Let's see if you're right. Cornwall it is. Well done. It means the people of Cornwall have the same rights and protections as other Celtic groups in Scotland, Wales and Ireland. OK. So £200 to all of you. Well done. Here's our next question. How many sides does a pendecagon have? Anisha and Jordan having a go at this one. Anisha.
So I thought I'd try and break down the word. So pen, like pentagon, so pen is 5. Decade, 10. So 5 plus 10 is 15. So I said 15 sides.
Jordan.
I was also going to say pen was 5 and deck is 10, but rather than adding them, I multiplied them, so I came up with 50.
OK. Anisha says 15. Jordan says 50. What do you think, contestants? Lock in your answers, please. What have you come up with? Julie's gone for 50. James and Brian are saying 15. Who's right? 15 it is. For exactly the reasons that Anisha described. Pen is 5, deck is 10, but just added together rather than multiplied as in your case. A 50-sided shape does have a name. It's called a pentacontagon.
Of course.
Oh.
Of course.
Always have those two mixed up.
Good job.
All right. £200 to James and Brian. Here we come to question 3. According to a 2016 BBC Good Food survey, 56% of people said that they couldn't live without which piece of kitchen equipment? Peter and Lucy cooking this one up. Peter.
I know that this name in Welsh is called a poppet in ping, and I once had to use it to boil water to make a cup of tea, and that is the microwave.
Lucy?
I went for a very basic and rudimentary piece of kitchen equipment, and I went with the humble knife. Not just useful in food preparation, but then also in consuming it afterwards. So I felt the majority of people might feel lost without a knife.
Peter's gone for microwave. Lucy says it's a knife. What do you think? Lock in your answers, please. And let's see what you've come up with. All 3 have gone for microwave. Unanimous verdict. Is it right? Microwave it is. Well done. Knife came second with 51%.
I'm
not far behind.
disappointed. I'm disappointed.
OK. £200 to all of you. Well done. And we come to question number 4. What was the title of Cher's first solo UK #1 single? Mark and Ken tuning up for this one. Mark.
So she was first with Sonny, who I think was maybe our partner as well as our music partner as well. I think she had a break and she came back not only as a singer but as an actress. And I think this was not only a successful #1 song, but I think it was also a hit movie. And I think it was a Shoop Shoop song.
Ken.
Well, you may have noticed that Mark is considerably younger than myself. But of course, I've known her for a long time and I love her work and I love her music. And I think the song was called Believe.
OK. Mark says it's a Shoop Shoop song. Ken says Believe. What do you believe, contestants? Lock it in, please. All three of you gone with Believe. Let's see if you're right. No, it was the Shoop Shoop song. Was from the film Mermaids in 1991. Oh. And interestingly, she does not say the words shoop shoop at any point during that song. It's in His Kiss.
Yeah.
But it's the backing chorus goes shoop 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 shoop. Believe was a song in 1998, Ken.
Yes.
There you are.
Yeah.
OK. All right, nothing for any of you there. And we come to the final question in this round. Excluding airports serving the London area, what was the UK's busiest airport in terms of passenger numbers in 2015? Peter and Lucy? Peter.
I went for Birmingham because I knew they got lots of flights that go to Dubai and they had the super big plane that was really big.
Lucy?
I went for Manchester Airport, just thinking about sort of transport links, good access to the north, good access to the south. I felt that it sort of had lots of feeders from it, so I went for Manchester.
Peter says Birmingham. Lucy has gone for Manchester. Where do you want to go with this? Lock in your answers, please. Let's see what you said. Julie has gone to Birmingham. James and Brian are in Manchester with this one. Who's right? It's Manchester. Heathrow had 74 million passengers, Gatwick 40 million, and Manchester 23 million. OK. So £200 for James and Brian there, and that brings us to the end of the round and to the end of the main game. So shall we have a look at how you've got on? So in the lead is Brian with £1,800, tied in second place. Julie and James on £1,400. Only two contestants can go through to the final, so we'll have a tie-break to determine who's going to make it to join Brian. This deciding question has a numerical answer, so whoever's closest to the correct answer will be in the final, OK? And here's the question. To the tip of its antenna, what is the height of the Eiffel Tower in metres? Lock in your answer, please. Let's take a look at your answers then. Julie, you've said 250 metres. James, you've said 950 metres. The correct answer is 324 metres. That means Julie was closest and going through to the final with that answer. Well done. James, you have to say goodbye. It's always so cruel when you have to get a tie-break like that. But I hope you've enjoyed being with us.
It's been great. Thanks for having me.
All right. Well, thank you very much indeed for playing. Well done, Julie and Brian. You two will now compete to take home the money you've earned in our final. Well done, Julie. Good call on that last question to get you to the final. Did you have a rough idea, or how did you get to it?
It was a total guess. I hadn't got a clue, so same as James. So unfortunately, he took the wrong guess. I took the right one.
Well, indeed you did. So now here you are in the final. Have you thought about what you might do if you win today?
Yes, I have. I want to get myself a passport and then go over to the Somme because my granddad died there on the 8th of September 1916.
Did he really?
And I'd love to go and take some flowers and put them on his grave.
That would be really wonderful.
Yeah.
And Brian, what would you do?
Well, it's one of my ambitions to go on an Alaskan cruise. It's something I've seen documentaries on. It looks fantastic, so that's what I'll spend it on.
Well, look, good luck to you both.
Thank you.
Our final is a general knowledge battle. I'm going to ask you 5 questions each. Whoever gives the most correct answers takes home the money they've built up so far. You're not on your own. The think tankers are still on hand to help you out if they can. You can pick someone to consult with before you answer the questions. Each member can only be picked once. The difference in the final compared to the rest of the shows is that they haven't seen any of these questions before either. So you're all in the same boat, OK? Let's play the final. Brian, you built up the most money in the main game. The final starts with you. Here's your first question. The writer Roddy Doyle was born in which country? Who would you like to go with here?
I think I will select Ken.
Ken.
Have you any idea?
Have you got any thoughts?
Well, I know Roddy Doyle wrote a lot of books about Ireland, but that doesn't necessarily mean that he was born there.
No. That was my first thought, because I remember a couple of books by him and about Ireland, and that was my first thought, to be honest with you.
I would go for that only because he had such a good knowledge of Ireland that he must have spent quite a lot of time there if he wasn't born. So it's the only guess I could go with, I think.
Yeah, I would support that, actually.
OK. Going with Ireland.
Ireland. The writer Roddy Doyle was born in which country? You're saying Ireland. Let's see if you're right. Ireland it is. Well done. Many of his works set in Dublin. He was author of The Commitments and Paddy Clark. Ha, 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 as they say. OK. Well done, Brian. You're off the mark. And Julie, we come to you for your first question. Plus and Multiply are albums by which singer? Music question. Who do you want to go with?
I think it's going to have to be Cleve.
Cleve, our musician.
I'm going to be honest with you, Julie. I cannot say that there's anything that's ringing directly in my mind about this.
I've got an idea. I've got an idea just popped in my head. I think it might be Ed Sheeran.
Yeah, actually, yes. I've seen the picture of the album on the, I think it's green, the cross in it. Yeah, I would say, you know what, I think you're right. That's why I'm going to go with that one. So I'll support you on that one, absolutely.
And your answer is?
Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran, OK. Plus and Multiply are albums by which singer? You're saying it's Ed Sheeran. Let's see if you're right. Ed Sheeran it is, well done. Plus has sold more than 1 million copies, and Multiply sold nearly 8 million copies. It's very successful. 1-1, Brian, we'll come back to you. Your next question now. In rugby union, England compete for the Hillary Shield against which country? Who do you want to ask for help here?
I am going to go with Mark.
I think it could be in regards to Edmund Hillary, the famous mountaineer, and he was a Kiwi, if I remember right. I think he was from New Zealand. What do you think?
I think that's a very intelligent suggestion, and considering I have no ideas at all, I'd go with New Zealand, Bill.
New Zealand.
Yes.
In rugby union, England compete for the Hillary Shield against which country? You're saying New Zealand. Let's see if you have the right place. It is New Zealand. Well done.
Well done.
And it is indeed named after the mountaineer Sir Edmund Hillary. Brilliantly deduced, Mark. Well done. 2-1 to Brian. Julie, your turn. What type of vehicles are used on the Japanese Shinkansen? Sort of travel geography question for you, really. Who would you like to help
I know
you?
this. I'll ask Peter. Do you know?
I'm afraid I don't.
You don't know?
I would probably guess train, or it could be something when they push them along like the carts.
I was thinking that.
Maybe it could be the bullet train, which is quite famous in Japan, or they got an underground. But I think it'd be a commuter's thing because Japan is quite densely packed. So bullet train, or do you have any ideas yourself?
I think I'm going to go for train because I really don't know what else to say.
Train?
Yeah.
OK. What type of vehicles are used on the Japanese Shinkansen? You're saying it's a train. Let's have a look.
Oh,
Trains indeed. Well done. Good guess. And you mentioned it, famous bullet trains, which could travel at speeds of up to 200 miles an hour. So, well done, you two. Very good. So that brings the score to 2-2. Brian, you're up next with your third question. The Wash is a shallow inlet of which sea? Who do you want to call on for help here?
I would go with Jackie because she does have a good knowledge of the country.
I mean, I think I know where it is.
Good. I'd need a hint to think about.
I think I know where it is, and then it is deciding which sea it is. I live in the northwest, and it's the opposite side of the country. So that's east, and it's around... It's not Norfolk, but it's around that side. I think, so it comes in around that side. So I don't know whether that wouldn't be the North Sea or whether it's too far south to be the North Sea. I don't know.
That was one that I thought of initially.
Does the North Sea go down that far?
It's a mighty big sea.
Yeah.
For want of a better answer, I'll go with you, Jackie, and try the North Sea.
Oh, I'll pitch back for you.
The Wash is a shallow inlet of which sea? You're saying it's the North Sea. Are you right? You are. The North Sea it is. Well done. Norfolk and Lincolnshire have coasts on the Wash, so well done. 3-2 to you, Brian. Julie, you can equalise here with your third question. Tinea pedis is the technical name for which fungal infection of the human body? Just 3 think tankers left to help you. Lucy, Anisha and Jordan.
I'm going to ask Jordan.
Jordan, our makeup artist.
Thank you very much. It's very kind. Have you any idea what this could be?
Well, I think pedis might mean foot. So I was thinking athlete's foot.
That's exactly what I thought, because pedi, like pedestrian or pedicure, means foot. The only fungal infection I can think of on the foot is athlete's foot, and so I think that's a very reasonable answer.
That's exactly like me. It's the only one I can think of as well. So athlete's foot is my answer.
Tinea pedis is the technical name for which fungal infection of the human body? You're saying athlete's foot. Let's see if you're correct. Athlete's foot it is. Well done. It comes from the Latin for worm foot. Sounds nice, doesn't it?
Lovely.
Well, you're both doing very well. 3-all. Terrific scores so far. Brian, here's question number 4. In 1991, Helen Sharman became the first British citizen to do what? Anisha or Lucy here to help you?
I will go with Lucy. I have an idea.
I do too, and I actually remember watching her return from what it was that she went to do. I mean, quite inspired by it, actually.
So would I.
Yes, so we're agreed
Into
she
space.
came from space, that's right, yes.
So first British woman in space.
OK. In 1991, Helen Sharman became the first British citizen to do what? You're saying going into space. Let's see if you're right. Go into space is correct. Well done. She was part of a Russian-British co-mission, and she was also the first woman to visit the Mir space station. So quite an achievement. OK, it's getting a little bit tighter now, isn't it? Julie, this is your 4th question. This is for you to equalise. And just Anisha to help you here. Who directed the Bond films Skyfall and Spectre?
So I don't like Bond.
I've never seen a Bond movie in my life. That's a good start, isn't it?
But I think I did see Skyfall. That's the one with Daniel Craig in it, right?
Yeah.
I think he's in both. For some reason, Martin Scorsese came into my head, but I don't know why. It's definitely not Tim Burton, because Tim Burton's an auteur, so you know his film.
I know Tim Burton.
Yeah, so it's definitely not Tim Burton. It won't be Quentin Tarantino, definitely not. I don't think it's Steven Spielberg, because he's more sci-fi. Danny Boyle? I don't think it's Danny Boyle, because once again, he's got quite a style to him as well. And
One called Oliver something.
I don't know any directors called Oliver. The only help I can give is just saying Martin Scorsese, but I really actually don't think it is that, but I can't really think of any others, unfortunately.
I've got to give somebody, haven't I? Oh, well, no, I can't come up with anything, so I'm going to say Martin Scorsese.
Martin Scorsese. Who directed the Bond films Skyfall and Spectre? Your answer is Martin Scorsese. Let's see if you're right. It was Sam Mendes.
Never thought of that one, did we?
I'm so sorry, Julie.
I've heard of the name, but I didn't know it. Oh, I'm sorry.
He won an Oscar in 2000, the year 2000, for directing American Beauty. Right, it's 4-3 to you, Brian. If you get this answer right, you will be today's winner. It's the 5th question. No think tankers left to help you, so you're on your own from here on, OK? Here's your question. Salt Lake City is in which US state? Get this right, and you'll be our winner today.
I've heard of Salt Lake City. I've never been there, but the state that comes to mind, first of all, is Utah.
Utah?
Yeah.
That's your answer?
Yeah.
Okay, Salt Lake City is in which US state? You're saying Utah. This to win today's think tank. Utah is correct. Congratulations, Brian. You are today's winner. Well done. Utah, the state founded by the Mormon leader Brigham Young in 1847. So well done indeed. Commiserations, Julie. I'm afraid you're not taking anything home. You played a very good game, though. I hope you enjoyed being with us.
I have. I've really enjoyed it. Thank you very much, Think Tank.
Thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
Brian is our winner. You're definitely taking home your prize of £1,800. You'll shortly have the chance to add an extra £1,000 to your winnings. First, though, shall we take a moment to congratulate the Think Tanker who gave the most correct answers during the show, and it was... Ken! Well done, Ken! Brian, you now have one last chance to boost your prize as you face our question, Impossible. Brian, you've only missed one question in the whole show so far. That's pretty good going.
I'm shocked and delighted.
Well, you've done really well so far.
Thanks to the Think Tankers.
Well, and to you. But this is the toughest question of the whole show now because no one in the Think Tank answered it correctly earlier. If you can achieve what none of them could and give us a correct answer, then an extra £1,000 will be yours, OK? Let's take a look then at your question, Impossible. Goat, bay and white are all types of which native British tree? Have a think about that. While we give you a little bit of help, we're going to show you all the wrong answers that the Think Tank gave earlier, and this will rule a few things out, we hope. So here's what they came up with. Ash, oak, birch, and chestnut. So only 4 things you can knock off. Got any thoughts?
I have some thoughts, yes, and I have one thought because it was one of my main trees that I've heard of. And yeah, there's only one I can really think of. So I'm going to go with elm.
Elm is your answer?
Yes.
OK. Goat, bay and white are all types of which native British tree? You're saying elm. You've got £1,800 to take home with you, guaranteed. This is for an extra £1,000. Let's see if you're right. Willow is the answer we were looking for.
Never mind.
The other species, of course, include the weeping willow and the pussy willow. That would have been a bit too much of a clue, really, I suppose. So.
I think so.
Sorry, you didn't conquer our question impossible. Still, though, you have that £1,800. That should do for your cruise around Alaska.
Yeah.
Taking anybody with you?
Maybe.
I'm free.
Well, you've got 8 volunteers to go with you now. It wouldn't go very far, would it? OK. Well, good luck with it, and we hope you enjoy it very much. Thanks for playing so well. Thanks for watching. Join us next time when 3 more contestants will see whether they can bank on the Think Tank. Until then, it's goodbye from them.
Bye.
And it's goodbye from me. Bye-bye.